Simulator Sundays. I will be your guide. KungfuBeer. Currently 97 degrees. Literally, well, pretty close to where I'm standing. I'm standing, let's see, probably right as those trees are somewhere over there. I'm sitting, by the way. But what's going on? We today we're gonna run a little bit. Well, there's this R-CAL0171. Ben, you see me work Prophyry a couple weeks ago, and you know, just getting through all the yards, trying to move stuff around. A lot of the guys that are on the server here, we're in the Mateo Community server, is normal. They're doing the bigger LA jobs in La Mirada. There's a whole bunch going on in La Mirada. So sometimes the Prophyry yards don't get as much love. So that's where, you know, the Yardmaster comes in. We have to make sure that everything's moving. And that's what I'm gonna do here today. There's the 171. Oh, by the way, so when the opening stream, if you will, it takes place like right in here, and then somewhere down there is where the first train goes by. So like we're in the spot. So we're gonna go that way. I haven't asked dispatch yet. I don't know if trains are even coming. We got this guy here. But we're basically like right here in this high grove area, and we need to get over to here where I'd already put a mark. Let's see what the dispatcher says. So we're going to go drop off these cars. He said call them at the next point. All right, well, when I tried to do it before, there were cars coming, and like, nope. So let's get to the control point then. So we got this switch here open. And I didn't see anybody coming, so go ahead and make our way up to the next control point. After I pass this crossing. Oh, way too fast coming out of the siding, that's for sure. As soon as we're out, I have to throw this. So I was a little going crazy. Now I'm on the main line now, so I can go a little bit faster, but still basically coming out of the siding here. So 15 is what I should be doing anyways. All right, so I need to, I mean, on the main, I'm good. When I get past this one, I think I'll bring up the map here. Be citrus. Okay, so if we bring up the map, see if he'll bring up. There it goes. So we are. Keep an eye on my speed here. This is right here, this track that's coming right off my right. This is the Champion Lumber East CLE. And of course, CLW is coming up here soon. So I don't know if this is the control point. Probably not. I think the control point would be this one, which makes sense, West Riverside. Once he's in the server right now. Whoops, brought that up. But yeah, so we got to get past, let's see, Chicago, Bruce, 3rd Street, some detectors, and then right around the Metrolink Riverside. So we're about 12-ish, 12 to 14 miles from Prophyry right now. or east. So we're traveling west-ish, like really south, but west. I believe I did close that switch back there. I'll have to check it here in a second, just to make sure. That might be the where I filmed in the very beginning. All right, it looks like we're good. Switch is closed. Intermediate switch coming up here. All right. Check to make sure everything in the stream is good. Microphone's good. Desktop audio is good. So yeah, Jacob, there's a person I know with the similar first name, and I don't know if you were him or not. You said it's good to see you streaming, and I wasn't sure if because I hadn't talked to him in a while. And so welcome. PSX Train is here too. Number of people are here watching. They're just not chatting, which is fine. Sit back, enjoy, kick your feet up. You're watching on the big TV. It's a pain in the butt when you're watching on TV to try to get the chat open, but don't worry about it. You're here having a good time. There's no reason you have to say anything. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's 98 degrees right where we are right now. It was 96, but temperature had gone up. The air conditioner already kicked on. Got a number of these crossings to go past. We're under 40, so we have to turn the bell on, technically, when you see the whistle board. Yes, yeah, I agree. It's NS Horsehead. He was like the one who I started watching when I was interested in getting Run 8. It was version 2. And he was like really the biggest one that was doing it. There were a few other people that did it. They weren't consistent. So he did a bunch of streams, so I'd watch. I'm like, oh, that's way better than, Train Sim World or Train Simulator. They were more of a game. And I mean, they're real engineers and real conductors. So I was like, pretty cool to see how they were doing all these things. And then I heard the rumors that version 3 was coming out, so I didn't want to buy version 2. Because I didn't, the hell wants to pay for a game and then a new one comes out right afterwards. So I waited about a month, and version 3 came out. I've been on here ever since. Turbo was streaming this yesterday. Let's leave the bell going. You see the control point up there with the red lights. We're not very long. Let's see our train stats right now. We're pulling empties. I think the oil tanker is full, but in the back it should be up in the front, but that's okay. But here we go. We got 6 loads. It's only 191 tons. We can get this thing stopped pretty quick. I believe these are SD 45s, by the way. I have to look from outside. I don't see where. So they're a little more powerful than the 40 TAC 2s. Having the notebook open. Yeah, so I personally, I use to control the train, I'm using a rail driver. So as far as the keys, a lot of people ask, they don't know where what keys do what. You can go here and you can see what all the keys assigned to each of the functions are, or in my case, I have a rail driver, which for those who don't know, it's like a flight yoke for Flight Simulator, but it's for trains. So it's $200. It's not cheap. And it's got some of its own quirks, but that's what I use. And the mouse and keyboard also. They don't have a conductor in the, like an AI conductor. I thought we always did in multiplayer, unless that's something that changed recently. I used to always have a conductor over there, as far as I remember. But anyways, I have a control point coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and ask him, that's keyboard. I'm gonna ask the dispatcher if he can route me to where I wanna go, which I've already marked on the map. So I wanna go right here, main 2, and he just gave me a roger. That means he's going to allow me to go through. So he's gonna route me through here. I have a signal at CP May right now, so let's get going. Now, some of the challenges of Run 8 are dealing with or working with the automated dispatcher, aka Auto, OTTO. You click so you can see the little bit of green here. So if I say I want to go to this block, which you can't pick blocks that have switches on them. So if I want to go here, I'll double click that and it puts that little green thing around it. And then when I run the dispatcher, this is me here. This is a train going the opposite way. When I ask Auto, hey, can you route me to where I want to go? Sometimes he'll send me to where I want to go. Other times he'll route me right past or whatever. So I usually have to check the route before I get crazy, get too involved in what I'm doing. So Shift Z, I think it is for keyboard, will do all these things at the top that I'm doing right now. And so it says the train track speed is 50, but I have a reduction in 1.2 miles to 40. My next signal is at 2.4 miles. Here's the grade I'm dealing with. I'm going downhill a little bit. These are normally what the display at the top now is what I usually do. It's my clock reverser, how fast I'm going, and then my brake, all my brake information, the master reserve, emergency reserve, or the equalizing reservoir, correction, equalizing reservoir. The brake pipe, that's how much air I have on the cars behind me. The flow per minute, cubic feet per minute. And then right there it says N0. It's the notches that I'm in. So it's telling me basically how much power I have on. And the BC is your brake cylinder, which is for the locomotive brakes. And of course, your coupler reading there, if that hits 400, usually you separate. And then you see distance 0. That's if I do a distance counter. So if I click down here on the rail driver, I think it's numpad asterisk or the divide. Again, click up here, the controls, go to keyboard to find that. So that's the distance I just traveled from that mark that I put. What's up, Frisk? All right, so I think these are 45s, though. These aren't 40s. These are 45 tac 2s. With those 42s, could you say you're running in the 90s? Could say, but I'm not. My son was in my toolbox looking for tools. We are in that 40 because of this curve here. There's the detectors coming up. I think there's crossing around the corner. We're at 30 miles an hour right now, so if you look at, trying to find the button. Okay, so 40 is our road, the track speed, current track speed. We got 10 miles to play here. We're in no great hurry though. We're only going about probably 12, 13 miles to Prophyry. But what I'm in notch 2. Brakes are off. Channel 65 there. I'm going downhill, so you hear me speeding up just a little. I don't know, actually, now I'm going uphill. I'm at plus 0.1. Couple crossings coming up here, Riverside. It would be like Arlington. Great, it's wrong on the map. Gotta watch our speed though. We don't want to go over 40. Coming up on 35 now. I'll come off the power here a little bit. Oops. Another crossing up here. Prepared to use dynamics now. Not currently running them. Chris will tell you need 10 seconds where you can engage them. 10 seconds of idle so you don't blow the oil out to the bottom of your seat, into your brain. Makes sense. The train coming at us. I don't know if this is the one I sent out from LA a couple hour ago or so when I was over there working. We'll see. It was an intermodal, so. I'll dim mine. Sometimes the AI dims theirs, but sometimes I don't. I think that was the one I sent out of LA. Let's see. Yeah, Albuquerque. Definitely the one I sent out. Another crossing coming up here. 37.1 is our speed. On. I apologize, that was really loud for me. Blew right into my eardrums. All right, green lights. Got to clear. So this is part of the 171 local, as I mentioned right as the stream started. It is a local that runs out of Prophyry, almost to the San Bernardino yard. So again, if we look on the page here, you can see right here, this is where the West Colton DLC starts, or the Cajon DLC, correction. And Colton's Crossing's right past there. And we're coming up here somewhere. Let's see. Right here where the Arlington crossover is. So that's where we are. And we're literally just going to the next control point and then right off of the main here. So we should be crossing over. We had a red light at May. And when we proceed, we'll need to stop there if he hasn't given us that switch, because we need this one right here. Pull into the yard lead. We got another probably 3 or so miles before that happens. Come out of Dynamics. The first industry is the Brookhurst Mill. Will be passing on the left around these corners. Oh, too soon on the whistle there, huh? Kind of going back and forth on some things here. Forgot to actually set a couple things here in the YouTubes. I'm kind of doing those now. Of course, I can't spell when I'm trying to drive. I think the speed limit's 50 here. I'll verify that it's 50, so I'm not speeding, but more than I wanted to go. Do want to maintain speed as we're going through this here. Thank God I don't have the menu open. It's like if you have this open, you can't control your train. We're at just 2 miles shorter than speed limit here. Let me slow her down just a bit. So you're asking if I like short or long trains. Actually, I don't really care much for road trains. All the other train simulators offer you road trains, so kind of got burnt out. I'm doing a local now, which means I need to drive on the main line, but I like doing yard work. I like doing moving cars in the yard and delivering it to the customers, the locals, way more than I enjoy just driving from point A to point B on the main line. If I'm on the main line, do I like long or short? Again, each one is its own challenge. Are you doing hills? Are you doing straights? Do you have DPUs, MUs, or DPUs in the middle, DPUs in the end, both? Really depends. I like to do a little bit of everything, but I really prefer doing the delivering of cars and shuffling them up in the yards. That's what I like doing. All right, so I'm gonna be changing tracks here. Let's see. right here. Good. It's going to put me right where I want it to, so we're getting really close to Prophyry now. So not this signal, but the one after it. I will be doing a diverging route. So I have a clear diverging. So let's slow her down to, I mean, I think the diverging is at 50 anyways, the switch speed, crossover speed. We'll just keep her under control here. These S40s and 45s, when I do a whistle, the bell doesn't come on automatic like the big trains do. Big power. So if I do this, there's no bell. I have to push it manually. Well, that's also fun, having to realize that. You're on the big power, you just hit the horn and it automatically comes on. Now we're under 40, now we can do whistle when we want. Barely see the signal up there, the next one. Shift F3, nope. Control F3, so the whistle I'm using right now, the K5LA1. K5LA. I am running lots of different mods, mostly sound mods, but I do have some of the cars. I have graffiti that I did on some of those hoppers, and of course I have a lot of paint mods, sound mods, paint mods, horn, whistle. Those are the only mods that I really run. I just grab a bunch of whistles and then figure out what I like, what it sounds like. I don't necessarily go true to the locomotive because I have no idea. I'm not going to spend 14 hours of research to figure out if I'm using the right horn on the engine. If it sounds good, which I like the ones that sound terrible. All right, so I have a diverging ahead. After I get past that signal, I'll be able to open a switch in the Prophyry. I'll be kind of curving right, going underneath the bridge. The switch will be right on the other side of that. Bring her slowly down just a little bit. Diverging clear, we're in the block. Until I get on this other main here. Start slowing her down just a little bit so when we pull into Prophyry. Don't go crazy here. 25 miles an hour right now. So we'll come into the yard here. Then we'll go and figure out what we're doing. Once we get into the yard itself, throw that switch, close it, back to mainline traffic. Again, this is just this is the pickups from the R-CAL0171. We're going to dump these off and we're going to take the cars that are here that need to be delivered and go try to deliver those. If we got how much time we have. Plenty of time. Only 30 in. And the shift's about 2 hours, so. We're down, we're actually increasing speed because we're going downhill now. 0.75% grade. A little dynamics will help us. I want to hit this switch at no more than 15. It looks like we've made it. We can hold it at about 15 there. Let's see. Never let you get on the right side, by the way. Always gets on the engineer's side, so. I'm gonna slow her down even more here. We're in the yard now. We're on yard lead. Just need to clear the main here. Whoops. A little too much dynamics on. Got one more car to go after this. All right. Main is lined and locked, mainline operation. Now let's see where we want to go over here. I can't go there. I guess I'll go, let's see, maybe we'll go into here. We'll pull all the way down and through. We're at 15 miles an hour. It's good speed for the yard. Actually, the best speed for the yard. Lower down here. I'm doing 16. And let's see. So we're going to hit that first switch. Come this way. So there's this yard here at Prophyry. It shares the 171 local as well as the 0141 local. Those are the ones you've seen me do recently. So all the pickups from all these customers can get this yard quite full. It's downhill, so the direction I'm going goes downhill. So it really everything wants to speed up and really take off running. So I just need to get these cars in. These are the ones I should be snatching up right here. We'll get these cars tucked in here and parked and switch on over. Way too much, way too much dynamic on that. Go back a little bit here so we have room to put other cars here as buffer cars for the hazardous stuff. Well, some locomotives. All right, so I'm going to close this off. I'm going to remove the EOT. Don't need it anymore. Well, I mean, we'll need it, but not for this train. The train's done. So let's close the angle cock on the locomotive. Pull the air out of the cars. We'll put a handbrake on this guy, hold him in place. This is the Short Hood Trail now, so we'll set up the lights. It's going to be the main, the head end here in a minute when we flip around. I think I have to go over a couple tracks because some power up here, yard power just sitting here on that track over to the left as you see it. Come up on the switches appeared. So the way the switches are here, we can literally, you don't have to set the switches technically to keep going the direction that we are. We want to do it right. We want to make sure that the switches are thrown for us to cross. Don't break no switches. Bend no rail. One here is this one coming up green. You can go through that one. Looks like the final one I'm going to have to throw. Go out and throw this one. We want this track here to back up on. We'll throw this switch. We got to pass that one and then back up over it. Turn up a little brake here. Get the wheels off the switch. All right, now let's reconfigure. Set this as the lead. We'll ride the front of this guy over. And here they have different horns, different whistles. They're both 45s. Let's do 45s. So we're in the yard. We don't have to remanipulate these. We don't have to change those switches at all. We're in the yard. On this side. Turn on, I like turning the gauge lights on as it gets dark, which it does. Turn this on in case anybody walking between the train, any hobos who are trying to film or walking between the cars here or hanging out in one of these like they do. We'll go to the very end here and then go the switch, crossover, get our loads, and you know if they're probably, I don't know if they're in order or not. It doesn't really matter because I don't really spend a lot of time putting it in order. I just figure them out. Might take a little time, but that's what I like doing. But we're going uphill now, so now I have to just keep giving it power to stay close to 15. These cars here to my right, they're part of the R-CAL0171, so they're going the direction opposite of what I'm going now to be delivered. And I believe there are cars to be picked up as well. I did that not last week, I believe the week before. Like I said, this yard doesn't get worked a whole lot. That's fine. Not a great big yard. The ones we just brought in right there. See some of the graffiti there. The models are low poly texture too, so that's just Run 8 is going to update them. That's not been a priority currently. Let's take a look at the yeah, the 171 cars are here. Once we pass that switch, we'll reverse and we'll get our stuff. That was for me for a minute. How did it be canceled? That me? 6:30. Nope. Is it routing me the other way? Looking for the number. Yeah, 5637. Why was he was routing me the other way? All right, now we take a look see here. All right, so I just used the F7 cheat to connect all the air brakes. I'm not going to go select each one of them. However, I am going to attach an EOT. Going to partial. CFM's below 80. Going to full. They don't blow the PCS. I got the locomotive brake full, so let me come off on the hand brakes. That should cause these guys to be just black out just a little bit. You see there's This car here specifically, it has 87 on the brake pipe, so brakes are released on it. Just build up to 90 there, so 3 pounds shy. That means we can pull forward. Now, let me look at let me do a flyover here. We gotta look and see what we got. So these are Riverside lumber here, RHS. Those are where I just came from. You got craps. And CLE, CLW, that's actually where I just came from. So let's look at the map again. I'm gonna go to RHS. Okay, so if we see RHS, okay, that's the 2 tracks where you can back in. So we started right here at this sighting, 1725 sighting. So that one we can deliver. That one we can deliver. This CLW, we're actually going to have to go past into the siding and then grab them from the other side to deliver those. Got CRP, which is like a tanker farm, and then Brookhurst Mill. So everyone we can do except for the CLW on the first run through. So we got BHMs in the back here, so that's good. We only got, let's see, is it 3? We got 3 of those. And then the CLWs, we won't need those right away. We'll drop off these tankers and pick everything else back up. All right, so let's remove where we went before. And then we want to tell Otto. So again, if we look at the map, we're going to come out right here. Brookhurst Mill's here, so that's the Arlington control point. We need to be on this track. We also need to be on this track for CRP. So that means if we say at the Streeter, let's see, Streeter, that's not one. We'll need right where the Metrolink is. These are switches, so we can't do anything about that. So if I say I want to go right here, then Otto should route me right down that track the whole way. And after that, we're actually, no, I can't do that either, because I got to get over right here at Riverside. So I'll select this one. So Arlington should be good enough. Yeah, Riverside. This guy's going the same way we are. But it looks like we should only need... Yeah, this crossover here, West Riverside, this should take care of us. Then we can get back over here now for the last couple. So we're going to go with that here, and then tell Otto what we want to do. So let's see, dispatch. They'll probably tell us wait till the next control point. We're out of a block here. Oh, he gave me a Roger. Okay. Signal indication. So he is routing me right where I wanted to go. Now, he'll probably cancel it because we are going to be backing up. He don't like when you do that. We're allowed to go one direction. Unless you need track authority, that allows you to go 2 directions. But we're not doing that on the server. Too many people screwed that one up, so now we don't do it. I didn't know what it meant or how to do it. Our switches are going to be good up until the just before the bridge. Go ahead and turn my headlights on bright now, since we are going to be going on the main. Yeah, Otto hooked us up. Nobody coming either. That's probably why. And nothing else to do. So what do we got here? We have HPT is 2.3 with both engines. Because we have we only have 1,587 feet, but we have 3,000 tons. I'm going to load and save. Save load. However you say that. I'm going to save my train. This is the R-CAL0171. I'm going to overwrite the one that's there now. So if something were to happen to this train, I can restore it. Or if somebody else were to lose theirs in the same way, just it poofs, then we can get those files from you guys who are on the server, and we can restore it for you so you don't get banned. Well, yard masters can spawn trains. Gonna be a slow crawl, it looks like, huh? You get another notch going. I can go up to 15 on this switch on the way out, so let me go ahead and throw that now since I have been routed. Have the right of way. We'll wait 20 minutes for this guy to get here. Or we'll just go back. First stop, Brooker's Mill. We have 3 drops there. We've already done the pickups as you saw, so you didn't see me actually pick them up, but saw me bring them back. With this route, it's almost, this local here, it's almost easier to, I always say leave the cars at the end when you drop off everything, but picking up everything coming back this way is not as, there's one industry that is okay, and that's the one that I have to reverse to get into, but all the other ones, they're like designed for drop-offs, but pickups are a little different. So it's almost better if you bring loads with you. Pull out the the ones that have been serviced, and grab and drop those back in. It's literally not going to be a good deal with Otto anyway, because he'll keep canceling your route. There's no site, there's no customer sightings. There is one on this CRP that you can get off the main and then go back and forth on. Yeah, Brooker's Mills, you're working right off the main. Sometimes the way it is. I do a countdown timer there, measurement. 15, just over 1,500 feet to go from the tip to the tail. I get up to 15 here. I think I'm going about 2 to 3 miles for Brookers. I'm climbing here, so. All that nice wrapped lumber. Turn in furniture. Or go to Home Depot. Get cut up and sent the bad stuff to Home Depot to sell to everybody. Comes our flour here, the grain. Just a test. Those are test graffitis. All right. And then technically the train would stop for the conductor there. We're climbing. And we got to clear there. Gotta leave the window closed. We got the AC on. 98.0. See here. I was in 6, but I was almost all the way down. Felt like wasn't any room for notch 8, so calibrated it. Light is burning bright. I just turned off the MU headlight. The short end. Short hood. There's our first clear. This is control point May, as in the month. 5 crossing Stillbrooker's Mill. We'll have to back in from the control point Arlington. Oh. Thought the whistle board was already passed. I looked up. There we go. Now I'll turn the whistle on. Or the bell on and then whistle from there. Caught that right as the gates were coming down. Here we just watch our speed. Track speed's 50, but we're slightly climbing. Bring it down a little bit because again we'll go to the next control point. It's about 2.5, 3 miles. I think around 30 miles an hour is good because that gives us the ability to stop when we need to. I'll try to hold it around 30 at this grade. Alright, so the next crossing says it's Buchanan. These are all named after presidents, but again, the Run 8 didn't get all the street names correct as in real life. That's okay. Got some of them right. Could be because this is still Corona. Looks like we'll catch up to the other train up here. I think so. Must be stopped or they're coming at us. It's coming at us. You see the green there on the map. You see where the red is? That's where the train is, and then the green means it's allowed to go through there. So that's going to LAC from Atlanta. That's gonna be an intermodal. Or vehicle train. Now it's Q. It should be intermodal. Name his headlights for me. Punk. Mirror. There's an intermediate, and then there's a station. Gotta get back up to 30 here. What's up, Garrison? Just delivering some Prophyry cars. How'd training go? I saw you were giving training. How'd that go? Cars for Prophyry have been sitting here for a while, so we're gonna go deliver them. All right, good. So yeah, Garrison just gave a training skills check for somebody who's trying to come into the server. We are on the multiplayer server, so Mr. Brown, what's up? So if you guys want to join us, the Discord down below for the Mateo Community Server Discord. And we do all the check rides on there. So if you want to go High Green Run 8, which is the East Coast server, you have a NorCal server. We also have a Select Kirk server. So any of the servers you want to join, we have to do a skills check on the Mateo community first. And then, unless you're a Depot Plus member, then we'll talk to you about the rules and so forth. But a lot of Depot guys coming into here. We're more of a like a beginner to intermediate level. And there's nothing wrong with any of these servers. Just depends on what you want to get out of it. We don't do as much of the documenting of where all the cars go. We do, but not to the extent that Depot Plus does. That's really the only difference. Which is why we allow for some more mistakes than the Depot Plus does. Okay, Mike, how you doing? Speaking of Depot Plus, how you enjoying it, K-Mike? You got on there? Yeah. We have a little more, we like the enjoyment of it, the fun of it, and the learning of it more so than just the straight operation on a realistic level. I mean, we try to be as realistic as we can, but you know, that's not what's the most important for us. The most important on the Mateo Community server is that it's fun. Blue Sky Ellie, welcome. Oh yeah, it's very active. We're on a multiplayer server right now. And for those of you that are new here, I am both the yard master for the Mateo Community server. I'm also a Depot Plus member and a member of many other servers that we host so that we have coverage for everywhere. I'm afraid to go in the southeast though because there's too many trees and too many bugs and too easy to get lost. I have not, I ventured there once or twice, but keep getting lost there. So that's why you haven't seen a stream. I'm going to do a stream from there. I just need the time to kind of go in there and figure it out just a little bit. Okay, so where's Brooker's Mills? Didn't pass it, I hope. Coming up right here, this towers. We're gonna have to go right past and throw that switch to back the cars in. And we have plenty of room to crossing, so that won't be an issue. But we will lose our routing because Otto doesn't like, again, we're not authorized to go backwards on the main, technically, because you can't talk to a person like, hey bro, we're gonna go here and then we're gonna back in and shove some cars back in the industry and then continue down the main line. It's a big triangle. I like octagons. You picked up the CSX Northeast. It doesn't show up the same when you first launch it. So you have to, when you install them, you need to run the original installer, original Run 8 installer, and then the update. And then you should see them when you launch the game at the beginning. It'll say, do you want to do SoCal? Do you want to do NorCal? Do you want to do Southeast or Selkirk? Can't show you because I have to actually get out in order to show you the launch screen. But so yeah, if you've installed the DLC, run the original installer. Some of that, it may ask you for where your Run 8 version 2 directory is. If that's the case, just copy the Run 8 v3.exe file, copy it, paste it, and rename it Run 8 2.exe. The updater brings things over from 3 to 2, or you know, I think it does because I deleted the v2 directory altogether. I don't use it I mean, we don't need it anymore. But I didn't know if it did that or not. I thought the base game installer for some of the older routes. I know they say they are. Oh, it does drop a dummy. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know that because I've had all the routes installed for way before they had this updater. When the updater come out, V10 or V9? Been around for a while now. I do like it. I do like it instead of having to download just an update and then you had to go back and find them. But I also make a copy of my Run 8 version 3 directory. Everything, just the whole folder before I install any updates. That way you can switch back and forth. Some servers don't go up right away. Some hang out and because they don't want the thing to crash. They don't know what's going to happen. So I got to get all my train past this switch here. It is, yeah, it can be a big time mess. But yeah, I didn't know it. It actually created that V2 EXE. That's nice. Really nice. I've only got 3 cars to drop, so Start slowing down here. Let's get up to the switch. Do a countdown timer right there. Almost 1600 to go. I just have an idea of where the train's at for speed purposes. I can slow down instead of crushing the brakes at the last second. Melting them onto the railroad. Splattering brake juice all over my face. As soon as I back up, Auto's going to tell me my route's canceled and I got to go to the next signal. But I'm in the block, so that's cool. The next one we have to worry about is the Carpenter Company, or Carp. That has a siding that comes off of it though, so it's before the next control point. So we're already authorized to be on Main 2. No, actually no. Arlington's a control point. We'd have to stop here. We have to stop here and say, hey, we want to stay here up to West Riverside. But we will have to get permission to pull forward. So I got what, like 8 more? Few. Something like that. 7 or 8. Come off the power here. You know, came off too much of the power. And the cars crashing each other. I got to get some more speed going or I'm going to die right here before the switch. So now I got 6. That'll be 5. Instead of dropping a, you know, when they make the installer, instead of dropping a dummy V2, I think they would just make the new installer more smart so it doesn't care about V2 now that we're deep in a V3. Or the installers, they say that they're compatible with, well, I guess they do it just because some people have the older installers still. That kind of makes sense then. All right, let's go. Come on. All right, now bring that to a stop. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, see, I'm going to take off the EOT here. Close the angle cock, remove that. I am going to put a handbrake. See there, the auto just canceled it right now. Like, oh, you're going the wrong way now. Now you're out of here. Right. I just update the old stuff. Well, but some people have them, like, you know, if you've downloaded, like me, I've got the old installers, right? And I have my transaction IDs, but some people are like, I don't have them. How are you going to install them anyways? That makes a point too. Sure. Anyways, I put a handbrake on the rear car just to try to help me a little bit because I'm going downhill. Already at almost 10 miles an hour. So I'm relaxing here in the was in dynamic setup was the word I was looking for. Now I'm going to actually apply some more dynamics. 50% on dynamics so we can get this thing stopped. Because if it goes off the track, guess what? The whole train disappears. I have a copy of it, but we don't want to do that. Just do it right first time. So handbrake on the rear car. That'll help us a little bit. Watch our speed going back. We do have a little bit of weight, so I'll put a second handbrake on. See how many of these we can get on here, because we want to... Only 3 cars. They're going to, you know, want to unload into this. Get all 3 cars on. Under the... Yep. Good. Put 3 handbrakes on. We don't need all 3. So let's close this. Go ahead and start pulling the train forward here. Actually, I don't want to do that yet. Single cocks closed. Open coupler. Let's pull forward. Let's go up to notch 2. Wait a minute for it to come up. Start coming off on the locomotive brake. Okay, there it goes. And then we'll put our EOT on this one here. Go partial. EFM, we'll open that. Haha! I don't know why it blew. Because it didn't have any. Didn't have anything. Yeah, these things are. When you start taking them off and everything, because they just don't work right. Why can I turn that? Okay, so here we go. We're going to start playing games here. So let me do this. Train relinquish. We'll just do that again. Yeah, for whatever reason, you know, I took it off in the middle and then there's a bug. So now let's go ahead and pull forward. Oh, you're just telling me. Yeah, I've had that too. Kind of pain in the butt. Okay, there it goes forward. I'm only back here because I got to throw that switch that's right there. Oh, look, the light's flashing. Now, depending on what car this goes on, too, sometimes the light doesn't flash. Yeah, right? There. Probably just got it within the last 5 minutes, so I have a local clip for that. I don't know if I got all of it, but I can get it out of the YouTubes. Well, let's take a look here where we're at. So we're at here. We're going up to this control point. We're fine because it's up here again. As soon as I get the train out of here, back on the main, we'll throw that switch and then we'll tell auto, let's see, we want to go up to, it was here. So let's ask him now. What he says. All right, give me a Roger. That means he's working on it. Working on the paperwork. He gave me a signal indication, so he's going to route me to the next control point, or the next signal. Is that Arlington? Which means, because after we clear this one, we need to get over here so we can deal with the industries on that side. So, but we got to drop all these tankers off at CRP. Lights are bright because we got a crossing way up there. CRP is the next one, and there is a siding that we'll pull off on. there's the control point, and then there's the siding right here that we're going to pull off on. We're probably too long, so I'll throw that as we get close. We'll back in, drop off the tankers, back up, pick up the rest of the cars that are in the middle. Bob's your uncle. Who's Bob, by the way? I don't have an uncle named Bob. I have the bell on because I'm approaching a crossing and I passed the whistle board, even though I'm only doing 12 miles an hour. I don't have to whistle yet, but at the whistle board is when you should activate your bell. Since they're already stopped at the crossing, let them know we're coming. All right, so the EOT D is telling us we have 90 pounds on the rear. So this is the pressure. That's another reason we put the OTD on there in case something happens, and they'll put the train in emergency and stop it. Or also to let us know if we're losing any brake pressure. Of course, see that flashing red light in the back too. That never hurts. See the rear of the train. So we have a clear. So we are clear up to track speed, which is 50. Here we have a approach. Probably. Haven't seen it yet, so yeah. It's an approach. An approach medium. Flashing one, so that's the one that you can go a little faster, down to 40. Next one will be an approach, and that'll be 30. Be solid. After the approach, the solid yellow means the next one is a stop, but we're not going to make it that far before we pull into the siding. I got to prepare for that now. Keep it under 30. It shouldn't be too hard to stop. Got rid of those 3 cars. Now we're at 2,600 tons. What I'm gonna do this time, I'm actually gonna attempt to stop before I get to the switch. How they would do it normally. You don't have to. If you want to fly out and throw it before you get there, that's fine. I want to try it. Come to a stop and let the conductor go over there and throw the switch for us. Block the crossing for just a moment. This is all part of the fun, you know, trying to figure out all the operations, how to, so I got cars that got to go here, but I'm facing the wrong way, and how do I do that? I got to pull cars in order to put cars, and I got to stop before a switch in the crossing to throw it, and blah, blah, blah. And All the fun of running railroad for me, instead of just getting on there and go straight till I stop. I'm at 11 miles an hour here, approaching this crossing, and right past it is the switch. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I could have gone a little bit harder, but now I need to go harder. I do have air in the cars as well. So here we would so it should be coming forward. There it comes. That's which is green. That means we can go past that one. Perfect. God knows at that signal. Guess that easy deal house finance. That doesn't have a lot of people coming to see them. We do have the remote control indicator going. And I'm standing here at the switch remote controlling it. So I will set a timer, countdown meter there. Probably am too long for this siding the way I am now. Let's see. Siding on the map is 19. Oh, that should be okay. I need to get these cars in. And the wood ones behind them. Be nice if they fit in here. I think they will. Off the siding, but before the switch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. Actually restarted the countdown, but I don't think I need to. I'll put the tankers on the other side here. Well, no, the tankers, I need to stop whatever's behind the tankers right about here. So I got what, 6 or something? I'm gonna get going too fast because I need to stop again the car here that's right past the tankers. And I'm banging the cars a little bit trying to keep the forward momentum. So it looks like that lumber car is the first one after the tanker. So keep her going. 5 more cars to clear the main. And then we'll get the bug perhaps again with because of the EOT. I don't know if we're going to fit them all in here. Be close. About 2 cars there. Yeah, maybe. These lumber cars are a little bit longer. See what we can get. A little bit more probably right there. Right. Well, I don't know. I see 40s on all time on the main. On this main particularly. Yeah, they drive 40s and shoot, I've seen Jeep 38s. I didn't get it far enough, but let's see if we can pull just a little bit more forward. See what we get out of it. No, there isn't a lot of ditch lights. You talking about the? I know what you mean. I don't know what those are supposed to be, by the way. These are some sort of lights, but I know what you mean. The ditch lights. Yeah. I don't know if that's an FRA thing, or if it's a railroad thing. I don't know. But I've seen 40s on the NSF track and UP track often. I saw some Jeep 38s go by the other day. There were 3 of them, and they were running a local, but they didn't have any cars on them, just by themselves. But they about 1,500 every day they go by. Trying to clear this one here. Nothing hits it. We'll put a handbrake on that one and that one to hold it. We should be good here. Let's put a handbrake on that side. Okay, so the ditch lights are FRA. All right, so I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. We'll open that coupler. Oops. And I'm going to close this one. Ah, shoot. I didn't mean to open that. I was going to bleed them. So I want to bleed these brakes here. When I open that, I have it perfect here, but then I messed up and opened the coupler here. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, it's this one. Let's see if I can just kind of gently pin it back. Don't like. So it's still open. All right, let's pull it open and then we'll come back and grab it. Try not to push the. There we go. Now we got to run back here again, and that's closed and closed. So now we'll open both of these so we can get onto this track over here. You saw Auto isn't already canceled her out. Went backwards, so. All right, so I'll put a handbrake on the rear here because this is the one where I lost where I lost the train in the stream before. As I was backing in, the wheels fell off the tracks because there's no bumper in the back. And I was looking at the wrong side, so. It's gonna be close. Could be okay. Yeah, they need to back fit those things then with ditch lights. All right, so we're going to go in there. We're going to drop off some there, and then we'll put the rest over here. Funny that the signal over there thinks we're going over there, but... I'll put a fusee down. Look at my speeds. 6 miles an hour. Going down a lot more than I wanted to, but what up, guys? Blockheads. You're not even paying attention. Okay, so 4 miles an hour. We got to worry about the ties here. Got plenty of room, so I can stop somewhere in here. I just don't want to come flying in. And I have the handbrake on already. Concentrating. I'll do right there. Leave this one here, one hook, and pull the rest of them. Probably put a handbrake on that guy. How many more do we have? 3? Here, air. Where am I hear Aaron coming from? I've already bled these things. Is there a leak in one of these things? Oh, that's a fusee. I thought it was air. It sounded like air from far. I'm like, we got a leak. No, it's this guy. Probably shouldn't leave that there because, you know, that's explosive. All right, I just need to get past this, and I did. We got, what do we got? 4 for parking. Can only fit 3 in here. We'll push the other one back over here in the glycol storage. Yeah. And there's no CFM, no movement, no airflow. I'm like, what is, that's why I thought it was the tanker. Maybe the goods, maybe we poked a hole in one of the containers. Alright, so I also, again, I like putting a handbrake on the rear car when doing this. That way we have a little more control of the speeds coming back in, especially if it starts with a grade here. There's no grade, it's level, but if it was going downhill, that handbrake will help us, you know, we let off the power, come to a stop. See here, got a couple more feet and that front car will be in here. I'm looking to put it about right here. I don't like to put it right on the rear either, because when somebody comes to pick them up, if they hit them just a little too hard or it rolls, then you know, you don't want it to disappear. So I'll give them room to play as well. Got to think about the people in the future. You never know who's going to be engineering. So there's a handbrake on that one, and now a handbrake on this one. The air's already dumped out of them. So pull forward and let's get the rest of the train together. We'll ride our way out of here. We gotta get some wood. Head on, keep going east. Need to cross over though. We got 3 more deliveries. About 5-6 miles and that's it. You know, I shouldn't be riding on there if that was the, you know, that's how it was, because a little too close for comfort. Now we got that liquid off. It shouldn't be too bad. We got all this wood, but how much wood can a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck can chuck wood. So I took the, as you notice, I took the end of train device off. It wasn't bugging it. Let's see what happens now. All right, so we're going to reconnect these hoses. Let's go partial on this side, open on that side. The FM is nada. So we're good to go. Going back on the main line, so let's reattach the EOT here. I'm actually going to do it now from up here because it seems to be a little more mo better. All right. Okay, so the switch is good. We'll check the other one just to make sure. That switch is good. Now we're going to be coming out here. Make sure there's no train coming. There's not. There's nothing here. Coming over here, and I do want to tell Otto, you know, like, bro, put me here, please. That's where I want to go. Because we're not even out there. Oh, so we're here. We can't go there. We need to go to this one. Can't get it. We can't get it. On the next control point. Okay, you can do that. So we're coming out here. We need to cross. We need to go to this control point first. Once we come out, maybe you'll let us, but we got to stop at that signal, Arlington. It's around, you know, it's around the corner up here. Not that far. A couple more notches into me. I thought I was coming a little faster than I am. Yeah, no ditch lights. They'd have to backfit some on there. I don't know if those are the class lights. Are they old school class lights? Can't come screaming out of here, by the way. Just slow down a little bit. Why is that not working? Oh, because I'm not in the engine. Comes the end of the train here. They could have. The 40s didn't, but you know, the 45s are probably more road trainy. So, yeah, there's nothing in here also that you can do the class lights. I remember them being like here on a big box, like you can set the class lights there. There's nothing in here. We go onto the actual thing. Oh, there is class. Oh, here they are. Let's look. I hadn't seen those. Yep, they are class lights. Cool. Turn them green. Yep. All right. There. Now they're white. Now they're like ditch lights. Now we're safe. Good call. Honestly, I've never even noticed those in the train menu before. Just run them white. I like it. All right, so this intermediate's coming up here. I'm using the wrong button there. See the number board on it, or the milepost. So that's, and there's also a grade marker on it. You can see this one is actually a G. So that means that these are intermediates. They don't have these kind of signage on the actual control points. Oh, you did the Easter egg that way? That's pretty cool. Purpose of the class lights was to tell, like, I guess yards. I don't know if it's yards because the other locomotives didn't care. But what class of train that was. The type of freight it was or something. Like, you know, it was class. Is it hazardous? Is it non-hazardous? Maybe Garrison can explain it. I know in like Train Sim World on the Canadian line where you do the local work, there's some trains that had the class lights and explained it briefly in that. And I don't remember what they said because we don't use them anymore in America. All right, so now the last couple miles to go here. Go around the corner and then the control point. Or the UP trains that were supposed to come off the street here. So right here, this goes to UP. It's over, you know, the, what's it called? The Community College. Riverside Community College is right over here. And this should go up and around, but Run 8's never finished that, so Harrison's got some cars sitting there to block trains from going down that. because they go down there and stop because they don't, you know, the track ends. There's no, there's a couple, 10, 15 miles of no track. I really wish they would finish that. All right, so we got a temporary speed restriction of 40 here. We're doing 28. We're gonna make a right turn and a left turn, and then we'll slow down for the signal. Or we're actually, we can ask again because I think I'm still lit up, still marked. We'll ask where the signal is. Go in there. Let's ask him now. Past that intermediate, so be in the block here. But gave me an okay. That means he's working on it. Filling out the paperwork. All right, signal indication. What does he give? He gives us exactly what we need. So today we're like 3 for 3 on auto requests. 4 for 4. That might have been the 4th one there. We started in the beginning with a couple. So auto is not intoxicated this afternoon. That's great. I went the wrong way. Let's go up to 6 again and we get some speed going. The next stop we got is the, we have to bypass CLW because it's facing the wrong way for us. We got CLE and the RHS, which are right up against the locomotives right now. So we'll do CLE, RHS, then I'll have to pull in the siding to, or I have to go on the main and switch through the siding around the other side to be able to deliver to CLW. 3 more customers to go though. Going uphill a little bit, but this, see what we've got. I got 852 feet, but 1,300 tons. HPT's way up there now, so we should be having no problem pulling this stuff. Get up to our, let's see, we can do 40, right? Yeah, we'll go more. 50. Oh, 50. Guess he gave us a green light. See what we can get. Yeah, I'm in 7 already. Leave my air there. That's a or actually we're, what do you call that? It's not an approach, we're switching tracks. Flashing, so it's a diverging approach medium. Putting those words in the right order was the hard part. This crossover is 50 miles an hour rated, so doing 35. We're in downtown Riverside. Metrolink station. We're going to pass right by the Champion Lumber West. Gotta pass right by it. Like it doesn't even exist. Oh, got handbrakes on. Ah, hot axles. What happens when you drag your brakes? I don't remember any handbrakes being left on, but apparently I did. Coming up at 50 miles an hour, so we'll start slowing down. All right, CSX, have a good night. Thanks for joining. So here's our approach coming up here. We're going to pass this lumber yard just before that. Let's take a look at the brakes. Hot axle. Gonna be hot. We're almost there though. Hopefully they don't fall off. Derail it right here where they need to go. So we're at Spruce Street. Everything's good on air. Just that we had the handbrakes on from when we disconnected. We never took them off. All right. Letting this go now. Still smoking them. I think the hot axles are gone. The liquid brakes have disappeared. So here's a Champion Lumber West that we're having to go right by. All right, now we need to start slowing down because the next one we're going to deal with is these east ones. Got two in the back, so we'll have to. These west ones are going here. The east ones are going to go right here. So we're going to have to stop here. Start that process now. Got to get past that switch with the cars that we need. We've got to park the other ones right here. We got, what, three for east here. One, two, three, potentially here, four. This one is going to put us in the crossing, I believe. Right next to it. Stop right where this one is now. These cars. Whenever it comes to a stop. Handbrake on. Let's take off the EOTD. That should have that on. The rest of it's slacking. We close and close. I'm going to push these down through here. Same thing when we push these back, got to make sure we don't go off the track back there. Bad things happen, like trains disappearing. Put that out, we'll throw this. Put a handbrake on the rear car. Start slowing her down now. Pretty deep in the industry here, but come back about a car length, maybe half a car length from the end there. Get off and see where we're at here. It's pretty good. Let's see. We got 4. Yep. So put a handbrake on here. Disconnect here. Or I'll deliver these guys. Grab our wood though for a leave. Behind the little road crossing thing too here. Nice. Getting lighter, so okay, so it's RHS. Disconnected hose. I'm not opening angle cocks. We're gonna drop these in a minute anyways. Now we can Hong Kong boogie because we just got to go right there. Slow her down a little bit. Here, I'm going to go over here and throw this switch. Gotta do the same thing. We're gonna stop and kick these guys off of here. I don't think I need those right now. I can just use the main. This is my turnaround spot to get those other cars. They get flipped around on them, but gotta drop these off anyways. And hot. Oh, there's a car here. All right, there's one. I didn't see it earlier. I looked. Put these with that one, and then when it's time to collect them, I'll take all of them. You want to come in too crazy? Okay, so let's close this. Pull F7 to bleed the brakes. And brake. Go ahead, pull forward. Yeah, there's ditch lights on this one. Just that one in the front didn't have ditch lights. Weird. I was like, where did my cars go? I thought they were right here. No, they're up here. Yeah, this one could be Allegiant, right? They make it past the switch there. That's a 45 as well. So yeah, I guess some of them have ditch lights, some of them were retrofitted. Let's see, let's take a look inside the cab here. Yeah, there's like no class lights here. Or no, they weren't, that's right, they weren't in the other one either. You do have class lights on this. I wonder where those are. I don't see anything green. The class lights don't work on. Maybe they're retrofitted with ditch lights instead of the other ones, the class lights. Oh, you think? Yeah, it's because, yeah, it makes sense because the 40s. Well, I was like, huh, the 40s. Remember when you first brought it up? I was like, I didn't think they had them. So. All right, so now we're going to pull in the siding here. Last delivery right here. All I gotta do is switch around and grab these guys. Oh, don't stop there. Keep going. Gotta get off the main here. Brake set there. That means we're going up here. We'll throw this one. Still in the block, so it's ours. Fast. All right, so I'm going to finish up. I'm going to drop, flip around the other side and drop these off. And yeah, the way we're going to end the simulator Sunday, which means I get a break from talking. Thank you everybody for showing up. Garrison, thank you so much for being here the entire time. Get out of the way. I got to throw the switch here first. Next Sunday should be normal because there's no Dallas game on next week. Yeah, I don't know. I look kind of like 3 o'clock in the summertime, so continue doing the 3 o'clock deal. Okay, you DM me a link of the class lights. Thank you. Always information that we find out in these streams. By the way, we like sharing with everybody else. I am not professional railroader in any way, shape, or form. But as we do find the information, we do like to share it. Everybody knows. Yeah, I'm gonna shut my mouth, and I'm just gonna move this stuff to the very end. And thank you guys for showing up. I'll be back Wednesday night on Twitch, 5 p.m. with Super Mega Baseball. And then back next Sunday, 3 p.m. next Sunday for more Simulator Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day as well, everyone. Have a great week. Talk to you later.